Hi, Bob. This is Tim with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you as promised here. I want to go ahead. As you can see here, I have the website pulled up. We'll look at this here in a second. A couple things I would like to go over with you. Now, I'd like to start this Google search out on this video out on a Google search. Now, what I've typed in here is roofing Little Rock. Um, we could put, Arkansas behind it, so on and so forth. Just know that this is what we consider to be a buyer intent keyword. Obviously, very relevant to you. I believe you're just up here in Jacksonville. So Little Rock's definitely going to be one of your main areas of service, as I would assume. Now, we want to be able to rank for as many of these different keywords on the first page as possible because about 75 to 80% of people are going to stick on this first page when choosing a company. Now, first way we can do that is we can do what a few of these companies are doing, which is running these Google guaranteed ads. The pay-per-clicks are definitely a great option for you, especially if your organic rankings aren't necessarily where you would like them to be, or if you haven't even started that process yet. Definitely a great way to start getting leads through the door. The only downside is about 80% of people are going to instantly disregard these. Even with that being said, they do have the highest conversion rate out of any of the ads that you can run. So Google guaranteed is definitely the best option there when it comes to pay-per-click. Now, ranking organically is definitely going to be, I think, the highest and greatest option overall. And you can do that two separate ways, okay? Through a website, which is going to be able to help you anywhere that you would want to try and rank, or your Google business profile that was really only there to help you within a 10-mile radius of where your office is located at, okay? So I did pull up roofing in Jacksonville, Arkansas as well. And your website is ranking here on the first page, looks like 6th or 7th position. But your Google business profile is further down on here. So you still are on the first page here. But there's a few things that you can do right off the bat with there not being as much competition up through this area. You can definitely rank within that top 3, which is where you're going to want to be, of course. Now, right off the bat, a few things that I would be doing, okay, is definitely with the photos, okay? So your photos, you should be uploading these every single week, of your guys' work, before and after shots of roofs, maybe inspections, during the processes of this, drone shots, whatever it is that's relevant to obviously your company, you want to be uploading those into here. Also, you want to make sure all those photos are geotagged, meaning the location is embedded within the photo, okay? Now, also your bio about the company. I would be making sure you fill this out 100%. Don't leave any character unfilled. There should be 750 characters that you can fill out within there. Also, reviews. Make sure, of course, you're getting more reviews. Get as many as you can. I would be asking reviews from every customer that you have. Um, Keep them at a high level, of course. And then what I would do as well is once you start to get them is make sure you are responding to these reviews through here as well. Once you start doing those 3 things, especially the photos and reviews, I don't think there's any good reason as to why you wouldn't be within this top 3. There are a few other things that we can always do if those 3 don't work right off the bat, but that's where I would start. Now, if we go back over to Little Rock, we can see Garcia and Sun Roofing is going to be your top competitor for this area when it comes to ranking your website, which is what you're going to have to use to start getting any clientele within Little Rock. Your business profile is really only about a 5 to 10 mile radius where it can actually do you any good. But back over to your website. So right off the bat, we're seeing, a good layout, crisp, nice photo here. A couple contact us buttons, which is what we're going to consider to be call to action. So, getting somebody to do what you want within your website. Some interlinkings of the different services that you provide. We got a couple clicks for the reviews for Google as well, and then a few different reviews through your website here. And then, serving Jacksonville, Arkansas, and the surrounding areas. Now, what I would be doing first off right away is knowing that content is king when it comes to ranking a website, is definitely upgrading and altering the content within here, okay? Now, really your homepage, I would designate towards your top service, most likely roofing, and your top service area, which is most likely going to be Little Rock, okay? So I would be targeting all your Little Rock roofing keywords within your homepage, and then breaking down some of these other areas in service area pages of your website and building out little home pages for just those areas. So if it's Jacksonville or any of those other surrounding areas, above Little Rock up north, then I would be building out surface area pages for those so that you can target those instead of doing it through your homepage. Since again, you want your homepage to basically be your bread and butter, your your strongest page of the website, I would start to stick to some of those keywords that are going to have the highest volume for you so we can keep it your strongest page. And that would definitely be targeting roofing within Little Rock. Now, if we actually go over, let me say this before that real quick. Okay. So, one thing about the content on your homepage, of course, target that one main keyword and main service and service area within it, but also have at least a bare minimum of 500 keywords. You can go up to 2,000. That's generally the sweet spot for Google. But in this instance, I would keep it closer to about 5 to 750, somewhere in there, since some of your top competitors within Little Rock really don't have that much content on their homepage either. But I still want to be within that Google sweet spot. So somewhere between probably 5 to 700 words of content on your homepage is going to be key for this area. But also what that does is it allows you to put keywords within your content without overstuffing. So rule of thumb is about every 150 words of content, you can have a keyword within your content. Again, without overstuffing, throwing a red flag on Google, and really just seeming unorganic overall, right? Now, one thing I wanted to do is put your website and Garcia and Son within this paid program called Eris. It's going to give me this dashboard of numbers so we can do a little comparison. So right off the bat, those first numbers I just highlighted are your strength and trust ratings that Google gives your website. They're ranked out of 100, but truly once we can hit a benchmark of about 30 and above, you're going to be considered a pretty powerful website at that point. Even with that being said, we can tell we need a lot of strength and trust built out through Google. Now, you do that through these backlinks, which is any clickable text or image linking one website to another. And those are all held within these different referring domains. Now, backlink basically acts as a thumbs up vote for your website because another website is trusting you enough to link your website through theirs. Okay. So it's a thumbs up vote for Google. And again, with these referring domains, make sure they're authoritative, meaning they already have high strength and trust within Google. So if you acquire a backlink from a high authoritative referring domain, it's going to help your ratings in return. We can see through your content as well, you're only indexing for about 6 keywords. So definitely a lot more content and keywords that needs to be within your website. And it's gaining you 0 traffic so far. Okay. So we can see your top or your lowest position, highest up on Google is this home improvement contractor, Jacksonville, Arkansas, which actually has a fair amount of volume, 60 searches per month, but you're well on that third or fourth page of Google, so you're not really going to get any traction there. Then the next 3 and the last one down there are going to be regarding the company name. So Integrity Roofing and Siding, you definitely want to be able to be on that first page for your company name. But overall, I'd rather target a lot of these buyer intent keywords, and these will just go up along with it, just as you start to gain traction with a lot of the other keywords. So, and build that trust within Google, of course, as well. So definitely a lot of other keywords that you want to be ranking for within here. And I'll show you that through here. So this is Garcia and Son, as we can tell up here. Now, their strength and trust ratings, not a whole lot higher on the DR, but the UR is definitely getting up there, which is associating with their homepage right now. So they haven't built out that many more backlinks than you either. That's why I'm saying how crucial it is to have high quality backlinks from authoritative referring domains. Okay. Now they are indexing for quite a few keywords as well, bringing them in about 550 traffic. Now with their keywords, I do know this first one isn't really necessarily something that we really want to care about. It's Garcia Roofing, 2.5K search volume. So we know this is getting searched nationwide, and they're probably not getting many, they're getting decent traffic, but they're probably not getting any leads from that. Now, the next 2 are actually involving the company name, so very much more pinned down, especially the third one here. But really, we want to be able to capitalize on people who have no clue who we are or who they want to use, okay? So these next few we see, disregarding the overbranching of the entire state, are all these ones for roofing in Little Rock, right? Roofing companies, roofing company with the AR, roofer with the AR, roofers Little Rock. So you can see the different ways that people are searching this. But again, let's see here. Garcia and Son is actually on the first page for all of those. Okay. And if we just take this first one, Roofing Little Rock, that gets 250 searches per month. Now they're third position, so they're getting over 10% of that traffic, which is normally about right. Lower position, higher up on the page, the more percentage of traffic you'll get, of course. But industry standard is from a buyer intent keyword like this, Normally, generally anywhere between about 20 and 30% of this traffic should be generated for you as a lead through your website, as long as that's laid out correctly as well. So whether that's filling out some type of form or reaching out to you via phone call, I could see them, if we started going through all the Little Rock, Arkansas roofing keywords, I wouldn't be surprised if they're getting anywhere from, 15 to 20 on a very slow month or slow season that we're in now, all the way up to maybe 50 and above, especially once we get into those summer and fall months as well. So, and even if you guys start getting a storm come through, you definitely want to be one of the top ones on Google for sure at that point. So there's how you can see how lucrative this can be, right? Especially once you start getting on that first page, you're going to start dominating a lot of this area. So if you have any further questions or concerns, Bob, go ahead and please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have or help you out in any way that I can as well. So other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon, Bob. Thanks.